EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for December 20th, 2023. It is the final full day of autumn today, with the winter solstice arriving at 10:27 p.m. tomorrow evening. So this is the last full day of autumn before winter officially begins, at least calendar winter. Wednesday's video forecast is proudly sponsored by the KP Agency in Easton, Pennsylvania. The KP Agency is a full-service senior insurance brokerage located in downtown Easton, Pennsylvania. Although the Medicare enrollment period has officially ended, it is good to know that it doesn't mean your opportunity to change or add to your coverage has definitively expired. There are special enrollment periods available throughout the year for those that are already enrolled. And for those who are turning 65 and new to Medicare, you have your initial election period that begins 3 months before your birthday. Don't fall prey to bait and switch solicitations or commercials, and instead rely on a local trusted resource to guide you through the process with ease. Call or text Kristen at 908-329-7140 or visit them online at thekpa.net to get what's truly best for you. They are the KP Agency in Easton, Pennsylvania, proud sponsors of the Wednesday video forecast. So we have mostly sunny conditions returning today. Here's that trough off to our east now. The upper level low associated with that is off to the east as well. So we're going to have a little bit of ridging coming in here today. Mostly sunny skies across the region. I have the mostly sunny image behind me, so that is a good sign for drying out, continuing to dry out from that big rainstorm that we had over the weekend and into Monday morning. But we'll be also milder than average, slightly milder than average today. 42 to 47 as the temperature spread today, and then we start to come down a little bit on Thursday, and then even more so Friday and Saturday. And that's because this trough that is situated at this point off to our north, which is up here, is going to start sinking off to the south, okay? And when it does that, it's going to lower the temperatures a little bit. This is not a deep trough, so it's not going to be, really cold air coming in. But you see those height lines. See the blues coming down here over top of the region on Thursday. It'll do so even more on Friday. And we're looking at dry conditions through the end of the week. We'll have clouds increase finally on maybe late Friday or Friday evening and continuing overnight, becoming mostly cloudy. And then I think it remains mostly cloudy here on Friday. There is a warm front associated with this weak system in the Ohio Valley, and there's not even a low pressure attached to it. Just for argument's sake, we're going to put one here and put this little warm front up here. I don't know why it's doing the bold stuff. I have this problem with this writer. It's a good tool to use when I'm using the videos. I can draw over top of the images, but sometimes it gets goofy on the sizes. And I'm not sure why it does that, but so bear with me. So you have a low pressure here. There we go. And then there's a warm front, a little weak warm front moving northward through the region, and that's going to be on Saturday. Because that's in such a close proximity, even though it's not producing much, if any, precipitation, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies across most of the region here on Saturday as a result of that being in the vicinity. And then this continues off to the north, and when it does, you have milder air that moves in here for Sunday, but we are returning to partly to mostly sunny skies, and temperatures will shoot up into the upper 40s to near 50 by the time we get to Sunday. I do think Sunday, of course, is Christmas Eve. That period from Christmas Eve to 2 days after Christmas, the 27th, 24th to 27th, are going to be milder days, okay? And that might be the last of our milder days for a little while, because we do have a cold shot coming in. To escort that in, however, here's Christmas Day. We are dry. We have no white Christmas, as I posted. I'll tell you what, I posted a picture just to be funny, right? And I did something yesterday on the Facebook page, and you probably saw it already, or most of you have, Facebook or my Twitter account, of just to make fun of the white Christmas thing and how we're not getting a white Christmas, and that thing just took off and went absolutely viral. Wasn't expecting it to do all that, but the whole point is we're not going to see a white Christmas this year across the entire region, and it is going to be dry and mild, however, here on with intervals of clouds and sun expected on Christmas Day. So no issues with any travel prior to Christmas. Or it looks like on the day after, as long as you're taking off early. We got some showers coming in later in the day. This is going to be ahead of this trough that's out here to the west, and there could be some showers that evolve into steady periods of rain on Wednesday. So it's going to be like a late Tuesday night into at least part of Wednesday. We have these periods of rain. And then the trough's going to come in and trail it behind it. That's going to be for next Thursday. But this is getting out here the 28th. That's kind of a transition day. You might start off warmer at the beginning of the day, then temperatures come down later in the day, that type of thing. Behind that, this is that air mass is a lot colder. And you see the trough is all the way established deep into our region at this point. So I do think, and GFS and the European model are pretty sold on that idea. That's what it's going to end up being. It's not going to be a really cold air mass. If you look at the temperatures, here's what we have here on Friday and Saturday, very slightly below average on those 2 days, not by much, but a little bit. And then we warm up here for those 4 days I mentioned, 24th through the 27th. Once you get to 28th, you got a transition day, and then you have slightly below average temperatures sticking around for a while, it looks like, going into early January. So any precipitation would come into this kind of air mass in early January. It's already the coldest time of the year climatologically. Once you get to the middle of the month, you're almost there in the beginning of January. It's pretty close. It's not going to drop much more than it already is in the beginning of January. And again, there we go. It's not going to drop much more than it already is in early January. So if you're slightly below average, it's good enough for snow to be produced. If any kind of precipitation comes in during that time frame, and I do think there's an opportunity, but right now I'm thinking it's going to be kind of like the 4th through the 7th window, kind of toward the second half of that first week of January. But we'll see. I don't know if we're there to be able to put a storm signal just yet, but we'll check back on Friday at the long range, and I'll let you know if we introduce something in that time frame or not. But at least it will be colder than average and supportive for any kind of snow at that point over rain as we get into that second half of the first week of January. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martish. That is your outlook for December 20th, 2023. Have a great Wednesday.